Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Prague. It's round number 3 of the World Speedway Championship, the Marketa Stadium. We've been coming here since 1997. It really is an ever-present on the Grand Prix circus. We've had some biblical rain this afternoon, but I'm happy to report that the weather is set fair and nearly ideal conditions now, with a beautiful evening set, and racing is not too far away.
Very, very good. Yeah, and he looks rather relaxed according to those stats on our screen right now. His heart rate's fairly low.
Whereas Daniel Kleeman's is rather high. And clearly the young man feeling a touch nervous before his first ride in a World Championship SGP. Riders will be released very shortly by Phil Morris. Here we go then. Riders coming out for the first race. Absolutely the right call by Phil Morris earlier on to cancel practice. Biblical weather coming in at 3:10. 30 millimetres of rain was forecast. It was very, very nearly that. So delight, look at that track. It looks an absolute picture as riders come round to the start line for the beginning of the evening. And heat number 1. Really looking forward to this. Prague can be a really exciting racetrack. We have seen some fairly dull races here, but tonight, with the way the weather's worked, it might just be absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, I think we're in for a good race surface. I think the weather has actually played right into our hands. Could have been a very different story, of course, if they hadn't have got the track back down. So, as you say, Kelvin, spot on call from Phil Morris, the race director. And yeah, looking at a good surface there. I think it'll take a few races to develop. It always does. But I think we're going to see some action on that racetrack tonight.
Brady Kurtz, gate 2 for him. Right alongside the rider in 3rd place in the championship. Good looking line-up this for the opening race of the day. Lingren there on the outside. So the line-up for heat number 1, we've got Andrei Lebedev's off the inside in the red helmet colour. Alongside him in the blue helmet colour at gate 2 is Brady Kurtz. Daniel Kleeman, the wild card out at gate number 3 in white, and Freddie Lingren fast. Freddie Lingren will go from the outside in yellow. Great looking line-up for the first race of the evening. Settling down. Track looks perfect. Might rat up a touch, just a touch, but they did pack it down hard after that rainstorm. Here we go then. Green lights on, tapes are up. Brilliant reaction from Lebedev. He gets there. Here comes Lingren round the outside. He fires himself into 2nd place, gets the better of Kurtz. Kurtz is relegated to 3rd with Klima at the back. But the form of Lebedev's rock solid at Grand Prix level. Man in 3rd place in the championship, roaring away out in front. Perfect start.
Oh, a mistake there from Kurtz coming into turn 1 on the 2nd lap, but a smart first turn from Freddie Lingren. Covered that inside line coming off. He wasn't going to allow that dive bomb into turn 3 that we talk about so often. But a great start for that man out in front, Anna Lebedev's. He's 3rd place in the series at the moment.
Yeah.
He's riding just the right line as well, covering that inside. All you got to do in these opening races.
He's a strong man. He'll be hanging onto that bike. He's 29 years of age, he's experienced, he's been a former European champion as well, and he's starting the evening off in fine style here. Lingren chasing hard in 2nd place, but it's all about Lebedev's. Heat number 1 belongs to him, 3 points in the bag. The ideal start. Vec will be hoping to replicate that here in heat number 2. Jack Holder, a rider that's into his 3rd season of Grand Prix racing. Of course, came in with Bewley as replacements for Artem Laguta and Emil Sayfutinov just a few short years ago, forced into the limelight, and they have both survived and ridden superbly well at the highest level. Both of them winning Grand Prix, going along very nicely indeed. Heat number 2, the lineup is Jan Kovac in the inside in the red helmet colour. Alongside him in blue in gate number 2 is Jack Holder. Gate 3 in white is Dan Bewley, and off the outside is Dominic Kubera. Fabulous looking lineup in the yellow helmet colour. Kubera, he makes finals, needs to get on the rostrum. That man, Jack Holder, a winner last time out in Warsaw. Green lights on, the tapes are up, and we're racing into the first turn. It's Quebec. Holder's missed it. He's towards the back. Bewley comes through in a second place. He's done well out of gate number 3. Cabrera coming round the outside of Holder. Cabrera running deep in turns 3 and 4. Holder covers the move. But look at that inside gate. Jankovic. The crowd are on their feet. They're loving this. Cabrera's gone to the back with Holder now forcing his way through into 3rd place.
Yeah, local fans absolutely loving seeing this. Jankovic out front, gate 1 working a treat once again. Won the first race as well. Jack Holder, he's not really he's losing ground actually on Dan Bewley. He hasn't seemed to got the speed, but Dan Bewley, he's actually reeling Jankovic in just a little bit here as each lap goes by. He's finding a little bit more speed.
Bewley looking threatening in 2nd place. Jack Holder looks like the bike's a little difficult to ride. Bewley coming on strong as we enter the latter stages of heat number 2. Bewley trying, he's got speed, Dan Bewley, chopping back to the inside. Oh, tight in the end. Good race between Bewley and Quebec. Quebec had to really hang on there in the end. Dan Bewley looking very threatening. Number 3. World champions on track. And what sort of night is ahead for Bartosz Marslik? And also, what sort of night is ahead for Martin Vasilek? Has dominated proceedings in the previous 3 years here in the Marketa Stadium, but has not been in the best of form in the first 2 rounds in 2025. He's got the best gate. Inside gate has won the first 2 heats, and he's there. Could just be in the right place at the right time. Martin Vasilek, red helmet colour inside gate for him. Bartosz Marslik, gate 2 in blue. Gate 3 in white is Kai Hulkenberg, and Anders Thompson goes from the outside. So Anders Thompson will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. He is still carrying an elbow injury that he actually sustained when he was in Warsaw. And he tripped over and fell over, and that was the reason he injured his elbow. Let's hope that he is fit enough to do himself justice here tonight. 3 nights on, heat number 3, tapes up. Vasilek's made a lovely start. Smarslik's alongside him, but he's trapped in traffic. Here comes Hulkenberg and Thompson. Thompson does beautifully there to get the better of the opposition, to charge around the outside into 2nd place. Smarslik having to work hard. Smarslik now recovering back into 3rd place, but Vasilek off the inside. But all eyes on Smarslik. He's got speed in 3rd place.
Yeah, he's got plenty of speed. He's coming past Thompson now with ease. Far too easy, really. Had a nasty moment, actually, as they came down the back straight on the opening lap there, as he just caught the back wheel of Thompson. But all about Martin Vasilek. Absolutely loves this place. Out front, he will be very happy with this start.
Off the inside gate, it looks like the inside gate's going to win the first 3 races. Smarslik had to work hard to get through into 2nd place. Initially relegated to the back on the first corner. But the man has won here in the last 3 years. Martin Vasilek, who's found winning races at SGP in 2025. Tough, but it's no problem for him in heat number 3. He comes through in flying colours, delights the Slovakian support. Plenty of them here this evening. It's a fast race-winning time with 62.4 seconds. Heat number 4, that will complete the first block of races. We see Leon Madsen back in the Grand Prix as a replacement for the injured Jason Doyle with a dislocated hip. All the very best to Jason. A speedy recovery. I'm sure he'll be desperate to be back in Manchester in the National Speedway Stadium in a couple of weeks' time. So here's a lineup for heat number 4. Max Frick is on the inside in the red helmet colour. Mikael Mikkelsen alongside him in the blue helmet colour. Robert Lambert, gate number 3 in white. And Leon Madsen, the Danish rider, former world number 2, will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Madsen quick in free training earlier today.
Yeah, as you say, Kelvin, he just had the one session in free practice, but he was quick. I think we're going to see a typically determined performance from Leon. I think he may have a point to prove.
Yeah, felt possibly a little aggrieved not to have got a wild card for 2025. Here we go then, tapes are up. Frick's made a lovely start on the inside, but I tell you what, Leon Madsen's made a good fist of it as well. Look at that. Leon Madsen round the outside of Frick in the first corner. Roars down the back straight. Madsen on his return to Grand Prix follows himself to the front. How about that? Mikkelsen back in 3rd place now. Robert Lambert charging up the inside. But Leon Madsen in front gets the better of Frick.
Yeah, Leon Madsen, he hasn't had the best of starts to his league campaign this year. Been a bit inconsistent, but he's just found his form in the last couple of weeks, leading this one. I had a feeling we would see a determined performance from him, but Yeah, Lambert, we seem to have lost Mikkelsen, I think, at the back as well.
Mikkelsen out of the picture, but Leon Madsen being chased hard by the Australian Max Frick in second place. Robert Lambert coming through into third. He got the better of Mikkelsen. Not quite sure what went on, but does appear that Mikkelsen has had a problem. But no such problems for Leon Madsen. Back in the big time, and he's back winning races. Does appear that Mikkelsen had some sort of issue with his equipment in heat number 4, but for Leon Madsen, no such. And why not? Prague is a terrific place to come to. And to come up to the Marketa Stadium out of the town to watch the Speedway, well, great way to spend the evening. Riders have been released and they make their way out into the arena for the second time. Heat number 5 is with us. So they make their way around to the start line. The draw was made at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and that was the draw for qualifying, but when qualifying was cancelled, it then actually transferred over to being the draw for this evening. And it might just be that Leon Madsen drew number 13. Might just work out for him here, with going from gate 4 and now going on to the favourite gate so far, gate number 1. It might just have fallen right for Leon Madsen.
Someone who didn't get lucky with the draw, I don't think, was Bartosz Marslik. In fact, he hasn't had much luck all year on that front, has he?
Indeed. Leon Madsen off the inside in the red helmet colour. Andrei Lebedev's gate number 2 in blue. Jankovic, gate 3 in white. And Kai Hülkenberg goes from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Hülkenberg needs a race win. He needs some confidence from somewhere. Get his nose in front. You suggest he will have the speeders hang there. But Madsen and Lebedev's, both race winners on the inside 2 gates. Could well be quite a tussle. Lebedev's has moved across the start grid, very close to gate number 3, electing to steer clear of Madsen, maybe just give himself a little bit more racing room. There you can clearly see it. He's well across the box in gate number 2. We'll see if that works out to be the right decision very shortly.
Yeah, got to say, it's the move of a man that's looking to cut back up the inside, possibly, of Madsen.
Start marshal, he looks up at the referee, he moves away, green lights on, tapes are up, Madsen makes a lovely reaction, just about going to get there, bet Lebedev's was alongside him, does chop back to the inside, you're absolutely right.
Tight
At the back there with Jankovic getting into trouble, and Hülkenberg fires himself into 3rd place with Quebec relegated to the back, but Leon Madsen, what a return to Grand Prix! Wins heat number 4 and is out in front in heat number 5.
Yeah, Madsen making a statement in his first 2 rides and winning them quite comfortably. Stretching a lead now on Lebedev's. And I can see Kai Hülkenberg in 3rd. It's not getting any better for him. He's going to pick up a point here after the mistake from Jan Quebec in the first one. But Madsen out front, looking good.
Fast out in front. Stretching away further and further over the man who lies in 3rd place, that man, Andrei Lebedev's. 2 points will still be a useful start, 5 out of 2. Kai Hülkenberg looking much better in 3rd place, but he needed a bit more. But look at this. Leon Madsen in a class of his own in heat number 5. Roaring to the front. Wins at a canter. Leon Madsen remaining unbeaten. Danish crowd delighted this time. Opportunity to get amongst the points here in heat number 6. He's up against some big hitters, though. We'll run through the lineup for you. Mikkelsen off the inside in the red helmet colour. Alongside him, Martin Vasilik, the tough man to beat round the Marketa. He's gate number 2 in blue. Brady Kurtz, gate 3 in white. And Dan Bewley, his teammate, will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Dan Bewley and Brady Kurtz are teammates in the UK and in Poland. They know each other very well, but they're going head-to-head here. It's an individual event. They will take no prisoners when they get to that first corner. Here we go then, heat number 6. Green light comes on now. Oh, long pause. Mikkelsen drops the clubs, bang on. He gets there. Martin Vasilik pushes Brady Kurtz wide. That opens the door for Beauty to come through. Vasilik has recovered beautifully down the back straight. Martin Vasilik trying to get round the outside of Mikkelsen. He wasn't having it. Beauty trying to get back into 2nd place. Action-packed first lap of heat number 6. But Mikkelsen doing the business, but he's being chased very hard by Vasilik.
I tell you what, I haven't seen Martin Vasilik riding this determined all season long so far. He really is determined to score points in this. He had battled his way into the first turn, but he now doesn't seem to have the answer to the speed of Mikkelsen out front. Looked like over the first couple of laps he had the speed, but Mikkelsen settled down now.
Dan Bewley just beginning to make a move in third place, but Mikkelsen, after failing to score, he's going to pick up 3 points here. Martin Vaslik won't be disappointed in second place. That's a solid start from the hat-trick winner here in the Marketa Stadium. Mikkelsen, that's more like it. Lovely ride and a good race to win. When you think about the opposition, Kurt's disappointed. Got that inside gate. Not a great draw. He needs to make the most of these inside gates early on. Smarslik on the inside in the red helmet colour. Gate number 2 in blue is Max Frick. Jack Holder, gate 3 in white, and Daniel Klima, the wild card, goes from the outside in yellow. Smarslik's got 2 gate 4s and a gate 3 to come. You would think that the inside gates in his first 2 rides, he would like to get a minimum of 5 points, if at all possible. The world champion. Kurtz has slipped up so far with just 1 point from his 2 outings. Here we go. Heat number 7, tapes her up. Smarslik's going to get there. Absolutely masterclass off the inside gate. Here comes Holder around the outside. He gets the better of Frick. Holder now turning it on down the back straight. Of course, they are teammates for Lublin in the Extraliga. They know each other very well indeed, but this is where Smarslik wanted to be. Takes advantage of the inside gate, got to the front, and he looks top drawer in front here.
Yeah, Bartosz had to really battle for his 2 points in his first ride behind Martin Vaslik. And Jack Holder there down the back straight was looking for the classic dive bomb as he turned back to the inside, but he soon decided that he hadn't got the speed to make that stick and backed out of it. 2 points is better than a crash at this stage, but he's pretty much hanging on to the coattails there, Bartosz Smarslik.
Doesn't look out of it at all. Jack Holder, who was a little untidy in his first ride, but here's got speed, but whether he'll get the better of Smarslik is unlikely. Into the last corner of heat number 7, the 5-time world champion. Looks good here. First win of the night for him. Who's on a 5 points. Rock solid start from the champion after a disappointing night 2 weeks ago. Just settling himself down. No panic stations. B. Lindgren for the second time. Freddie, who finished second in 2024 with a stunning ride to get the better of Smarslik. Really did have a lot of speed that evening. And battled hard as he always does. He's got a good start position here this time. Lingman's off the inside in the red helmet colour. Kubera has changed his bike. He comes out of gate number 2 in blue. Anders Thompson has changed his equipment as well. Gate 3 in white for him, and Robert Lambert, with a 3rd place first time out, will go from gate number 4 in the yellow helmet colour. Lambert, the world number 2, looking for his first win of the evening. Can he do it from gate number 4? Tapes are up. We're racing, and we're into the first corner. Lingman sharps Kubera wide. Kubera's off the bike. Kubera's off the bike. Red lights will come on. Yeah, red lights are on. An awkward looking forward for Kubera. Not sure if there was contact. There's no doubt that Lindgren moved out.
It was very similar actually to the Jankovic mistake. He got pushed into the dirt and the bike just reacting violently. And it seems like a lot of the bikes are set up for slick conditions, but there is some dirt out there.
Talk us through it again, Chris.
Yeah, looking at it once again, Freddie Lindgren fairly hard on Kubera, no contact, just gets himself in a muddle. Once the bike's out in the deep dirt, he's not able to keep control of it. You can see the front wheel just lifting up in the air. Bike wants to turn right, it's not where you want it heading, decides to bail out.
Alexander Letosinski from the Ukraine, a referee, he will exclude Dominik Kubera. We're having it confirmed that Dominik Kubera, who bites the dust in heat number 8, he is out of the race. Disappointing for Dominik Kubera. Hasn't had a strong start to tonight. He will remain pointless after his first 2 rides, so huge pressure on him, although we did see him qualify for the last chance qualifiers on 6 points
yeah.
And then win the last chance qualifier and ended up scoring 14 points by finishing 4th in the final. So even though you don't start well, you're not out of it, because with this new format, 6 points could very well be enough.
Yeah, that's the opportunity that this new format can afford you, but obviously adds to the pressure because you've got to win that LCQ now. No, you can't settle for second place, so there is plenty of pressure once you get there.
Kubera making his way back. He's explaining to what Phil Morris what went on, but unfortunately it was his the problem was of his own making. The bike set up, as you say, probably for slick conditions. It grabbed hold of the back wheel. He couldn't hang on to it. Brady Kurtz, again, you'd like to think there's no panic because he's looking like he's going to make the LCQ. Or he'll be looking for that. Top scoring, or being the second top scorer after 20 races, probably gone from him now, having scored 1 point from 2 rides. But Brady Kurtz will be battling hard. Excuse me, it looks like he's got 2 points from his first ride. Phil Morris working hard as always. René Geddings, the race director for SGP3 and SGP2, who's new to the role, the German. René Schaefer, the Austrian, was formerly in that role. It's changed hands, working together in the pits.
About 30 seconds will go.
Phil Morris just confirming that there will be 30 seconds, and he will instruct the referee to put the clock on, where they'll have a minute and a half to get back to the start line. Clearly hearing Phil Morris giving the riders a bit of a hurry up. Freddie's on his way.
Freddie, he's not been making starts this year in the Grand Prix series, and will have been disappointed to have that one stopped out front. He goes again.
Cabrera under pressure. He's got 3 rides left before the LCQs. Needs to find a way of getting amongst the points. He's out in heat 14. You'll see him there in gate number 3. He's in heat 17 of gate number 2. And he'll be out in heat 11, where he'll have gate number 1. That's his next ride, and gate 1 up against Hülkenberg and Klima and Mikkelsen. Like to think that Cabrera could really get amongst the points in that one. He really needs so. So we're looking at the scores. Madsen still leading the way on 6 points, unbeaten so far. Martin Vasilik on 5, Smarslik on 5, so is Lebedev's. And then there's a gap then down to 3 points in 5th place for Jan Kvek. Line up, restaging of heat number 8. Freddie Lingman on the inside in the red helmet colour. No rider in gate number 2. Cabrera is excluded. Anders Thompson on a spare bike comes out of gate number 3 in white, and Robert Lambert is off the outside in the yellow helmet colour.
Yeah,
so
Robert's struggling from the start. He hadn't made a good start in that one. He didn't make a good start in heat number 4, coming from gate 3.
Needs to up his game, Robert, if he wants to get to the latter stages. But Freddie Lingman, he will have his eyes set on trying to make the final direct. Here we go then, tapes up. Clutches are out. Anders Thompson's made a good start, but Freddie Lingman's just about there. Fabulous turn back. Lambert up the inside. Here we go down the back straight. Lingman's just about got it. Thompson getting in the act as well. That forces Robert Lambert wide. Will Lambert be able to respond and get himself back into 2nd place? Tight between Anders Thompson and Robert Lambert, but for Freddie Lingman, off that inside gate, fast Freddie out in front, and Anders Thompson's done well there to hang on to 2nd place with Lambert in 3rd.
Yeah, Lambert just seems to be struggling a little bit for straight line speed. He got swallowed up there down the back straight. I expected Lindgren to be able to get past him, but Thompson had plenty of speed on him, and Lindgren out front. He will be joining that pack on 5 points. We're joining Vasilik, Smarslik, Lebedevs.
Looking good for fast Freddie. Off for gate number 1, which has been very successful in the first 8 races here this evening. And Lindgren going along very nicely. Thompson with a solid ride in 2nd place. Not being held back too much by the elbow injury. But for fast Freddie, a race win. It saw heat number 9. Racing about to get underway once again. Track has been graded. It's looking good. Moisture's still in it. You can tell the moisture's in it because it's got that dark colour. When it goes really light, then it's dried out. But don't think that's going to be the case here this evening. That man Lebedevs, who's having a fabulous run of form so far in Grand Prix, sitting on 5 points. So is that man who was terrific last time, but he's got 2 outside gates and a gate 3 to come in his final 3 rides. Not easy. He's going to have to really work hard, you would suggest, to make sure he goes straight to the final. Riders will want that. They won't want to go to LCQs if they can avoid it. So the line-up heat number 9. Bewley on a change of equipment. Gate number 1 in the red helmet colour. Robert Lambert has also changed his bike. Gate 2 in blue. Andrei Lebedev's out of gate number 3 in white, and Bartosz Smarslik going from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Bewley and Lambert looking for something more. Change of equipment. Well, we're seeing how it goes.
It's got to be about bike not coming off the start for Bewley, because on track he's had speed, whereas Robert Lambert hasn't had either. He hasn't had good starts, he hasn't had good speed.
We'll see if the change of bike here does the trick for Robert Lambert. Heat number 9. Star Marshall moves away, green light is on. Oh, Lambert moves, misses the start. Bewley doesn't, he gets to the first turn, roars round. Smarslik goes to the back, recovers, but Lebedev is there as well, coming through into second place. Bewley, though, off the inside gate. Textbook start from him. Smarslik back in third place, going to have to work very hard, because Lebedev's is not going to be an easy man to overtake.
No, Lebedev's can make himself into a roadblock. Oh, you can see how tight it got. Smarslik thought about it, but Lebedev's had run in quite narrow. And that was going to end in tears if Smarslik had kept that one going. So Lambert at the back, he's had a change of bike. He seems to be on the pace this time, but he's at the back.
Here comes Bartosz Smarslik, round the outside. Had to work hard, he's covered in shale. But once again, the world champion proving to be up to the task. Bewley's out in front, he's going to win for the first time this evening. Disappointment for Robert Lambert at the back. Dan Bewley, more like it. The inside gate still working and doing the business for the riders. That's the 8th time a rider has won from the inside tonight. That's out here off the outside, he needs points. Hasn't been the start to the evening that the Australian was looking for. He's just got 1 point from his 2 outings so far. Needs to pick his performance up. Anders Thompson with the injured elbow, he's got that favoured inside gate. He will go out of there in the red helmet colour. Jankovic out of gate number 2 in blue. Max Frick will go out of gate number 3 in white, and Brady Kurtz with a change of bike will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. We're just hearing that Robert Lambert will pick up a warning for moving in the previous race. He actually missed the start and actually penalised himself, but you can't get away with movement before the tapes go up. Do it again, you're excluded. Heat number 10, a green light is on, tapes up. Thompson's made a good start on the inside, he gets there, Kveka's alongside him, chops back to the inside, here comes Max Frick round the outside, Brady Kurtz at the back, hasn't been his evening so far, the championship leader. He's got some hard yards to do if he's going to get amongst the points. But Anders Thompson going along very nicely, had a solid second place last time out. He's hit the front here in heat number 10, he looks good.
Yeah, came into this race on 3 points. He's going to double that to 6 if he can hang on to this. Max Frick in second place. Jankovic just didn't seem to be able to generate speed off that first turn. He made all the right moves with the cutback to the inside on the first turn, but Max Frick just rounded him up. And Brady Kurtz, inexplicably, he just can't seem to work the track out. We know he doesn't know the track as well as all the other riders, but he really is struggling with it.
So a surprise. Brady Kurtz will be very frustrated with his performance so far, but he's at the back. But Anders Thompson, like on the other hand, he's going along very nicely indeed. 3 points for Thompson. Danish man moves on to 6 from 3 outings. He'll be delighted with that. The inside gate once again for the championship leader, but he is up against it. Number 11, riders making their way forward. Riders needing points here. Certainly that man on the inside, Kubera, is a man who came into the evening in 5th place on 25 World Championship points. It hasn't been the evening he was looking for so far. Kubera's on the inside in the red helmet colour. He's changed his bike again. Gate number 2 in blue is Kai Hülkenberg. He has also changed his bike this evening. Daniel Klima, the wild card. Gate 3 in white. Mikko Mikkelsen, a winner last time out. Impressive winner last time out. Goes from the outside and the yellow helmet colour.
Yeah, Mikkelsen won from that advantageous inside gate. Let's see what he can do from gate number 4. Had an engine failure, of course, in his first one.
Here we go then. Gate number 11. Dominic Kubera will be looking to take advantage of the inside gate. Tapes are up, he has. He's made an absolute perler of a start. Fantastic. Gets to the first turn, drifts out to the dirt. Mikkelsen saw him coming, came out of the throttle very quickly, actually, the Danish rider. But Dominic Kubera, this is more like it. This is a sort of performance he's needed. He's been chased hard by Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen's right on the pace. We've got Hülkenberg back in third place with the wild card, Klima at the back. But Cabrera, nice ride here.
Yeah, nice ride from Cabrera. Put pace to the run around the outside of Mikkelsen. I have to say, I think Mikkelsen perhaps got off the gas a little bit early. I don't think Cabrera went quite as wide as he thought he was going to go, but now the race is settling down, matching for pace. He's not making up any ground. Cabrera looks comfortable out front.
Hülkenberg back in third place. Certainly he'll be looking to try and do a little better than that, but Dominic Cabrera, a man who is quite an understated sort of personality in the Grand Prix, found himself on his backside in the previous race and excluded, showing good character here, taking advantage of the inside gate. Handy 3 points. The third block of races for everybody, and we'll see the man who is unbeaten so far and is on the inside gate. How about that? Right place, right time, I think so. Leon Madsen, red helmet colour for him on the inside gate. Freddie Lingman out of gate number 2 in blue. Martin Vaclik, gate number 3 in white, and Jack Holder off the outside on 3 points in the yellow helmet colour. Really good looking lineup, but Leon Madsen clearly pumped up tonight, full of confidence. The only rider that has won away from gate number 1. He won from gate 4 in his first race.
Yeah, Jack Holder hasn't had any fresh air tonight yet, but if you're going to have gate 4, it's at the end of a block. It's going to be at its best with the run around the outside, so let's see what he can do.
Because the grip's there.
The grip's there.
Let's see how he gets on. Star Marshall moves away, tapes her up. Madsen's made a lovely reaction, so is Martin Vaclik out of gate 3. He gets there. Freddie Lingman's done a brilliant job in the first corner. Oh, Madsen's gone to the back. Got a little bit out of shape. Fast Freddie Lingman, superb in the first corner. He gets to the front. Here comes Holder up the inside of Vaclik. Not quite. Vaclik hanging on in second place. Madsen's going to be beaten for the first time, but Lingman riding brilliantly in front.
Madsen will be so disappointed with that. He made a decent start and he went straight to the back, down the back straight. Lingman with a real smart first turn. Looks comfortable, riding out wide, edge the dirt. Jack Holder on the opening lap had most of his bike across the white line, looking for some virgin dirt down there on the inside. Couldn't quite make it stick on Vaclik.
Madsen coming on strong, trying to get the better of Jack Holder, doesn't quite do it. Lingman's got less than a lap to go here in heat number 12. What a ride it is from him. Madsen's got speed at the back. Can he get the better of Holder? Don't think he's quite going to do it. But the man that is going to do it in heat number 12 is Fast Freddie. That's his second race win of the night. He moves on to 8 points. And leads the...
Brady Kurtz has to take advantage of the inside gate in heat 14.
Yeah.
He's only got 1 point at the moment. He's going to need 2 race wins. But he's got Smarzlik to contend with on the outside gate. And, of course, Madsen.
Well, not too much longer to wait for it, but we've got heat number 13 first. Jack Holder has made his way to the start line, and he's got that inside gate. And Jack, who is having a quieter night tonight so far, he's sitting on 4 points at this stage, looking for an LCQ qualification spot. The Australian, of course, a Grand Prix winner 2 weeks ago, his second Grand Prix win of his career so far. So Jack Holder's on the inside in the red helmet colour. Anders Thompson, a winner last time out, gate number 2 in blue. Mikkelsen with 5 points, he comes out of gate 3 in white, and Andrei Lebedev's on 6 points, goes from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Good looking line-up here, but Jack Holder, you would suggest, will be looking for his first win of the evening. Don't think he can get to the top 2. That's probably gone, that opportunity, but an opportunity to get a good gate pick for an LCQ is going to be pretty important.
It's very important. When you've got to win that race, it's important to have a decent gate pick, so particularly when the night's gone the way it has with the start line. So
absolutely, yeah. That just puts it in perspective. Heat number 13. Green light is on, tapes up. And Jack Holder's made a lovely start on the inside. He gets the better of Thompson. Mikkelsen coming around the outside of Anders Thompson. It's tight between the Danish riders, but Thompson had speed there. Bike hooked up beautifully. We've got Lebedev's at the back. Lebedev's lifting, trying to get up the inside of Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen being forced to the back, is he? Yes, he is. But Jack Holder off the inside gate. a winner 2 weeks ago. This is more like it from the Australian. I tell you what, I sense that he'll settle down nicely now and shown a real good turn of speed.
Yeah, this will settle him down. It's the first time he's had any fresh air tonight, and it looks like he's enjoying himself. Bike's working nicely, just stretching a little bit of a lead on Thompson, who isn't slow. He's got plenty of speed in that bike. Lebedev's important point for him, came into the race on 6 points. He'll move on to 7, so he won't be under too much pressure in his last one.
No, he won't be. Jack Holder on 4. This will be his first win. Race wins can be very useful, of course, when you make your way towards LCQ 1 or 2, depending on where you finish. Jack Holder, that's a lovely ride out in front. Fair play to him. Turns his night around, looking good there. Anders Thompson's having a consistently good night, I've got to say. He's picked up 7 points in his last. Hasn't had it his way so far this evening. And what a lineup it is. Madsen, who's won a couple of races, he's out there. The world champion off the outside. This is going to be a tear-up.
Yeah, Kubera a winner last time out as well.
Excuse me?
Kubera a winner last time out as well.
Yeah, just for good measure. Kubera bouncing back big time last time out. Kurtz on the inside in the red helmet colour. Simply has to win the race. Leon Madsen, gate number 2 in blue. Dominic Kubera, gate 3 in white. And Bartosz Smarzlik will go from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Smarzlik's got 7 points, but by golly, has he had to work hard for him. Hasn't been making many starts. Made a good start from the inside, but aside from that, his draw hasn't been too kind to him. E14, tapes up. Here we go. Kurtz is there. No, he's not quite there. Leon Madsen round into the middle of the track, but a smashing first corner from Kurtz. Kurtz is overtaken down the back straight. Madsen bouncing back brilliantly to get himself to the front. It comes Kurtz. Great. What a turn, 3 and 4 from Kurtz. That's a masterclass there from Brady Kurtz to get the better of the Danish rider. Hug the inside. Quality speedway from Kurtz.
Yeah, Brady Kurtz doesn't look confident with the speed in his bike. He's taking the shortest route, but he really is doing it well. He's right on the inside where he can find a little bit of extra dirt, extra grip. He did it on the first turn. That allowed Madsen a decent run around the outside. But once they got down to turns 3 and 4, now Madsen is coming under pressure from Smarzlik. Smarzlik would love to go straight to the final once again.
Smarzlik having to work overtime. Can't wait to see that turns 3 and 4 again from Kurtz. Spectacular move. But look at this throw out. Bartosz Smarzlik. Oh, he's trying to get up the inside. One last blast through the final corner and heat number 14. Smarzlik's there. What a race from Bartosz Smarzlik. Sensational speedway at E14. Kurtz back to his best. With us out over the top draw to do so with a stunning move in turns 3 and 4. In number 15, the lineup is Robert Lambert. He's another rider that needs a win, needs to take advantage of the inside gate. He's on there in the red helmet colour. Gate number 2 in blue is Daniel Klima. Martin Vaclik having a good night out of gate number 3 in white. And Jan Kvek on 4 points from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. This is a moment for Vaclik. If he wants to go through to the final, probably needs to win this one. Gate 3, not ideal. He's on 7 points. Double figures before your last ride. Good chance. Pressure on. Last year's winner. He has a hat-trick of wins around this place. Loves it. Can he be a 4-time winner in the Marketa? He number 15. What a moment. Tapes up. We're racing. Lambert's made a good start. Here comes Martin Vaclik, winding it on. Turns back to the inside. Can he get to the front? Not quite. Kvek's come through in the 3rd place. Robert Lambert makes the inside gate. He needed it. He's only got 2 points. He's out in front. Martin Vaclik winding it on in 2nd place.
Yeah, Robert Lambert needed this race win. A couple of 3rd places was never going to be enough for him, but he'll move on to 5 points. And Martin Vaclik there in 2nd place. He will join Smarzlik on 9 points at the top of the leaderboard. Of course, we've still got Freddie Lindgren to come.
Robert Lambert not quick in front, you know. Ooh, they're all piling up behind him. Jan Kvek nearly running in the back of Martin Vaclik. And tell you what, Kvek looks really threatening in 3rd place. Martin Vaclik having to ride defensively, but he really wants to attack. Well, actually, he is attacking. He's run wide there. Going to have one last go. Pulls a tear off down the back straight. Robert Lambert hasn't got the fastest motorbike, but he's going to pick up 3 points. It's going to be time for 2nd. Kvek gets there. Martin Vaclik threw a point away there, running wide in the bottom corner, and that could be crucial when it comes to the top two and going straight through. The race in hand over Smarslik. Smarslik's on 9 from 4. Freddie's on 8 from 3. So an opportunity for Lindgren here. Hülkenberg on the inside in the red helmet colour. Dan Bewley gate number 2 in blue. Freddie Lindgren out of gate 3 in white. And Max Frick from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Another very good looking lineup here. Dan Bewley, who hasn't changed his bike, as we thought he had it done, but he hasn't. And the Australian support is there, making their presence felt. But here we go. Green light comes on, tapes up. And away we go. Quebec's made a lovely start. Here comes Frick around the outside. Lovely first turn from Bewley. Sneaks up the inside. Quebec responds. It's tight down the back straight. Frick coming in as well. Oh, Freddie Lindgren at the back. Had to take avoiding action there. Having to roar around the outside. It's very, very tight on the opening lap. Freddie coming through in the second place. Quebec off the inside though. The German out in front. Keep your eyes on Lindgren. Here he comes. Oh,
super speed from Lindgren. Absolutely no space there between Bewley and the fence. Takes it anyway. Bewley now making the inside work again. Here comes Lindgren up the inside. Going to move into second place. What a race.
Fabulous Speedway in heat number 16. Bewley now repaying the compliment. Down the back straight going into turns 3 and 4. On lap number 3. Freddie round the outside having to hang on to the motorbike. Very nearly clouds the air fence. Kai Hülkenberg settling down out in front. Bewley's had to hold firm. And Freddie's going to be back in third place. Very tight to the top here. Smarslik and Lindgren are going to be locked on 9 points. Bewley moving on to another 2 points there. That'll see him on to 8 points. Everybody dropping points here tonight. Hülkenberg the surprise. Heat number 20 with the world champion. But first, heat number 17. What a meeting it is. Everybody dropping points. Very competitive night of Speedway. Andrei Lebedev's is out here. Going along okay. He's looking set like he's going to be in the LCQ. If he can win this one, he'll finish on 10. And 10 might just be a position which will give you a very good gate pick for an LCQ. So he will be aware of that. Line up for you. Lebedev's off the inside in the red helmet colour. Dominic Kubera, gate number 2 in blue. Max Frick out of gate 3 in white. And Martin Vashlik, who dropped points last time out, threw a point away actually late on in the race. He's off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Vashlik would love to win this and finish on 11 and put pressure on the top 2 in Bartosz Smarslik and Lindgren. The man who has not been beaten here in the last 3 years. He's picked up a hat-trick of wins in the Marketa. So a bit of pressure on Vashlik now. Can he win? Can he make the final? Tapes up, we're racing in heat number 17. Lovely start from Lebedev's. Martin Vashlik trying to come around the outside, but Kubera's there. Vashlik responds, gets himself into second place. Good effort from the Slovakian. Coming through, clamps it down to the inside, but Lebedev's and the inside gate once again. 14 wins from there already. Looks like he's going to make it 15.
Yeah, Lebedev's will put himself onto 10 points, as you say, Kelvin. That'll give him a decent pick in the LCQ. Vashlik, likewise, will move on to 10 points with a second place here. This will not be enough for Max Frick. Doesn't look like 6 points tonight is going to get you into the LCQ.
Lebedev's out in front, riding strongly. Got away well. Frick is there, challenging in third place, keeping Martin Vashlik very honest. We're into the last lap, less than a lap to go. Frick moving off the line, just getting a little bit untidy. Kubera not having the evening he was looking for. He's going to finish just on 3 points, but Lebedev's double figures for him. Man in third in the World Championship. Still doing the business. Moves on to 10 points. As does Martin Vashlik by finishing second place. We'll see both of those two riders, you would think, points very quickly. Heat number 18. What a moment for Brady Kurtz. What a moment for Brady Kurtz. A race win, really. He's on 4 points from 4 rides. A win last time. Can he do it again here in heat number 18 of gate number 2? Line up for you as Kai Hülkenberg's off the inside, the German. He's on 5 points. He's in the red helmet colour. Gate number 2 in blue is Brady Kurtz. Jack Holder, who won last time out as well. He's gate 3 in white. And Robert Lambert, a race winner as well last time. He goes from gate number 4 in the yellow helmet colour. But for Kurtz, this is a crunch moment. If he fails to finish here or fails to score, won't make the LCQ. Has no chance of really leading the World Championship prior to going to Manchester in 2 weeks' time to the double header. So a big moment in the context of the championship. Here we go then, heat number 18, pressure on. Green lights on, tapes are up sharp. It's brilliant start from Hülkenberg. Kurt chops back to the inside. Is that going to be enough? He's forced his way through. Brilliant first turn. Absolutely sensational first turn from Kurtz again. Producing when he absolutely has to. Round the inside in turns 3 and 4. He reproduces and he's fired himself to the front. Great showing from Kurtz in front. Hülkenberg back in second place. Jack Holder back in third, and Lambert disappointingly out the back.
Yeah, Brady Kurtz giving us a masterclass in reading the track. He is the one that's worked out that inside line, and he's really using it to full effect. Really stretches the margin, particularly coming off turn 4. Really is making it work well. Hülkenberg with 2 points here actually could be enough for him.
Yeah, a lifeline for Kai Hülkenberg. He'll score 5 points as he hangs on in second place from his last 2 outings. Brady Kurtz, after a desperately disappointing start to the night. Wow, has he turned his fortunes around? 7 points with 2 race wins. Has to have every chance of going through to the LCQ. Championship leader, fighting for his life tonight in the Marketa. Showing a lot of determination. Fair play to him. And the last 2 outings he's ridden supremely well. Riders are up at tapes. Big race here for Leon Madsen, you would think. Daniel Klima off the inside in the red helmet colour, hasn't scored a point so far, the wild card. Tough night for him. Gate number 2 is Anders Thompson. A win here, that will be very useful indeed. Gate number 2 in blue. Gate number 3 in white is Leon Madsen, and Dan Bewley off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Bewley or Thompson win here, 11 points. Well, might not make the final, but certainly it'll give you a very good pick, possibly the first pick in your LCQ.
One of Smarslik or Lindgren definitely has to drop a point. They would also be on 11.
Now here we go. Heat number 19. Revs are up, tapes are up as well. Klima's made a lovely start on the inside. Would he quite get there? Yes, he does. Coming around the outside is Leon Madsen. He blocks the move from Dan Bewley. Madsen hits the front. Handy move from here. Here comes Bewley now. Charging round deep in the dirt in turns 3 and 4. Bewley charging hard. Got pace, got speed behind Leon Madsen. Here comes Anders Thompson, who's ridden well tonight. But Leon Madsen responding brilliantly here. He needed this, and it looks like he could well finish on double figures if he can win.
Yeah, we'll move on to 10 points here. Bewley's got the bit between his teeth. He would love to finish on 11.
Yeah.
That would give him a better gate pick. But at the end of the day, if you haven't got 1, it's going to be hard to win.
Indeed it is. Madsen's out in front. There's Thompson. 3rd place for him at the moment. We're into the last lap. Bewley working overtime, running wide, trying to get some extra speed, but Madsen's got it covered. He's a bit untidy down the back straight. Madsen's got a bit of breathing space here in heat number 19 as they come out of the last corner, and Madsen's bounced back. That's a terrific win from gate 3. Quite possibly the first win from gate 3 all night long. We've had to be patient for it. Heat number 19. And the 3 points and the win go to the Danish rider. Just slipped up last time, Madsen. But Madsen finishes on 10 points with 3 race wins. 3 points for Madsen, 2 for Dan Bewley in second place. Thompson back in third, 1 point for him. And Daniel Klima, after a fast start, faded to the back. Let's see it again.
Yeah, Leon Madsen needed this really, get himself a half-decent gate pick coming into the LCQ. And it makes a reasonable start off gate 3, because gate 3 has been an absolute graveyard tonight. Klima made the start, you would expect him to off gate 1. It's been such an advantage, but he soon gets swallowed up. But it's all about Leon Madsen. Dan Bewley will move on to 10 points as well. It's so tight at the top.
There it is. Got 4 riders on 10 points. Madsen, Lebedev's, Vasilek. Madsen's had 3 race wins. That's why he leads the way. Lebedev's, Vasilek, Bewley in behind now. Freddie Lindgren and Bartosz Smarslik clash here in heat number 20. They can leapfrog those riders, of course, on 10 points. and both of them could find their way through to the final. Big moment this in the context of the Grand Prix. Kvek's on the inside in the red helmet colour. 6 points to his name. Mikkel Mikkelsen, gate number 2 in blue. Bartosz Smalczyk, gate 3 on 9 points. Likewise 9 points for Fast Freddie Lindgren, going from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Not the greatest place to start from, but we've just seen a race win from gate 3. So Smalczyk will be pleased about that. But by golly, Kvek will be quite handy, and he will be a threat from the inside gate for sure.
Brady Kurtz will be watching this race nervously. If this result goes against him, he could drop out.
Wow, how about that? Tapes up. Smalczyk missed it. I tell you what, who hasn't? Kvek's got there. Smalczyk taking care of Lindgren. Lindgren trying to come around the outside. Oh, Smalczyk's going to hit the front. Oh, what a move from Smalczyk. Freddie Lindgren trying to follow himself through. Yes, he does.
Here comes Lindgren.
And the two big guns come through to first and second. Lindgren and Smalczyk. What a first corner and what a first lap of Speedway that was.
Oh, fabulous stuff. They were just in their own battle on the outside of the track there, Smalczyk and Lindgren taking care of each other. And Smalczyk there hits the front. Lindgren is giving chase. Lindgren's got just as much speed. Every time he moves out wider, he just makes a little bit more speed down the next straight. He gets his wheels in line that little bit earlier.
Freddie's looking very threatening. He's desperate to get to the front. Smalczyk's vulnerable. Here comes Lindgren. We're into the last lap of heat number 20. What a grand slam finish we could have here. Lindgren winding it all round the outside. Has he got the momentum? Has he got the speed to get the better of the world champion? We're running to the line. No, not quite. Not quite. Smalczyk has ridden supremely well tonight. He's had a tough draw, really tough draw, and Smalczyk will finish on 12. Lindgren's on 11, they're in the fight. Tell you what, Bartosz Smalczyk has gone about his business tonight in a very professional manner. He has worked hard. Look, it's such a dreadful start.
Yeah.
Gone nowhere off of gate 3.
No, bike's just spun up. Look at the way he's taking care of Lindgren. I mean, they are two tough characters. Lindgren will not give an inch. And Bartosz there just grabs that little bit of extra speed as they come off the corner, gets his nose in front. Then he knows he's got to deal with Jan Kvek, goes straight to the inside as he enters the corner. And then has the presence of mind to move wide again to stop Lindgren. He knows where Lindgren is. He's already put him out there.